I'm going to post an indicator we use over on the AnyVid site, Earn Forex, shortly. It's going to be in the indicator section under the thread indicators we use. And I wrote this originally to kind of point out my bad habits. What it will do when you put it on the chart, this is just a picture right here, this example. It will show you, it'll plot a green line if your trade was profitable, red if it wasn't. It'll show the start, it'll show the finish, and if you put the mouse over, of course it's not going to do it here because this is just a picture. Put the mouse over the line, it'll show you some information about the trade, like how much you made or lost or something like that. When I say I used it to show me my bad habits, it is possibly sometimes for some of us, for me, to add to losing trades. Some people can do it, some people can't. I'm one of the ones that shouldn't. You can see here, I sold, then I sold. No, I bought. I'm sorry, bought. Then I bought, and I bought. I was adding to losing trades each time. And then I closed out, and I have no clue as to why I was closing them out like that. But it helps you point out, and I'll show you more in a second. Now this thing also, it'll show you your number of trades, your buys, your wins, your buys, your sells, your wins, your losses, how many pips you made or lost. And there's your sales, wins, and all that nonsense. And there's profit and swap. And this part here I'll probably take out. Let's see. This one, this is what I want you to see. You see here, this is a more clear example of I was adding to losing trades. Now, if I was right or if I was wrong, I can't remember. I don't even remember what I was doing this particular time. But all these, they ended up making money. But what if it went up another 500 pips? Here again, I cannot say what I was doing. I don't remember. This here, I ended up just selling that group for a loss. But anytime you start doing that, adding to losers, you run the risk. You can see here, this would be an example of where it'll show me my mistake. Now, for all I know, non-farm payroll was fixing to come out in 15 minutes. So I closed out there to avoid the risk. And it came out, and it would have been in my favor. So I might have, lost a lot of money. I don't remember why I closed those out there. It looks like I did go back in again some more. But, and it'll show you the profit. But that $3,400 in profit, it can easily turn into a couple $1,000s in losses if it continues on up against you. For me, adding to losers is just really not, it's just not a good thing. Where are we at here? I'm using a real cheap computer. This thing's going to give me grief, I can tell you that right now. This is that indicator on the trades last night. And okay, you could see there 0.1 lot made $1.59, and I really forgot. Maybe that other thing's a ticket number or something. I kind of doubt it. Looks like too many numbers. But it'll tell you for sure how much lots and how much you made. What I wanted to do was, you see this trade right here, I manually placed that trade going against the trend, just like a while ago when I was doing it. I did this intentionally. And I'm going to show you how I do it usually nowadays. Right here is that same trade right here. I placed it right there. At the same time, I placed a trailing stop order. And that trailing stop followed the PSAR up. So the whole time that it's going up, it's not. There's no drawdown with this. This order here it was going in drawdown, and the thing might have kept on going for 500 pips. Who knows where it would have stopped? This one was constantly going further and further in the red. This one, it was just biding its time. It let the market fall back into it, and it made $1.93, 0.1 and $1.93. So this little old bitty nickel and dime thing here made more money than that one did. Once that one closed out, I don't know why, but it was probably busy or something. I sent another one here and let this one run up, and did the same thing. The market fell down into it, and then both of them, this one and that one, closed right there. But anyway, this is sometimes a better way. And if you wanted to, you could have, you know how before I was selling and then up, selling, and it goes up, selling, like that, continue. When it falls back down, you can add to those trades in the same manner. I mean, it really wouldn't matter if you had added 10 here or went in 10 here, except that these are losing money for you. These are making money for you. And you could have, you know, a trailing stop there, and then one down below it, and, you know, like a grid type of setup. Anyway, you don't lose you don't go in a hole. Anytime, like if the line is lime, you got some indicator, and just go with me on this for a second. Work with me here. Darn thing. Let's just say we had faith in this TSR, and when it turned red, we thought about selling. Well, if you have faith in something and it turns red and you think about selling, then the flip side of that, if it turns green, you should think about buying sometimes. So if it turns red and you're riding down, then all of a sudden it turns green, it's kind of hard to ride through the waves. It's like, you know, we're on what here? An hour chart. Hour chart's kind of, if you're on, say, a 5-minute chart, I mean, that's like you're in the bathtub, you know, with a little, you know, rubber duckies or something. You go to the 30-minute chart, well, that was a 5-minute, yeah. You go to the 30-minute chart, I mean, that's, you're outside with the swimming pool, you know, and maybe the dog jumps in. You're not going to have very many big waves there. The average length is 182 pips. Well, if it's small lot, you know, you're looking at maybe $18. That's not much. You might be able to ride through that wave, but it kind of makes you wonder sometimes if it's worth it, if you should go ahead and get out and let the wave come up, and then get with a trailing PSAR here, and then get back in, and then ride it back down. You know, you would have, this thing aggravates my nerves. You would have got out, say, like right here. Dang it. Your old JP went up below. Okay. Next time it comes up and it's going. When you go to the daily, now those waves are a little bit bigger. You know, now you're like getting out there in the doggone lake. You know, weekly, it's like you're in the Gulf. Monthly, it's hard to ride through that. I mean, that's like you're in the ocean. You cannot ride through a 5,700 pip move. You can't do it. When it changes color, you need to at least consider getting out, putting in a PSAR, trailing order. When it comes back up, when the price comes back up, like right there, consider getting in. You're not taking this big loss all the way down. Let's see, was this important? I forgot what time frame I was on here. Oh no, that's not important. But this is the thing I'm working on over on the AnyVid site. It's using Renko charts. This is a Renko chart. And it's using PSAR, and it's using an indicator of mine. And when the I just have it writing these things here, but it could just as easily be in down low. But I just for my peace of mind, I just have it writing on an indicator. When it turns red, that doesn't necessarily mean sell. When you really kind of need an orange first. That's kind of like a warning, and then you should consider selling. Or when it turns green, you shouldn't necessarily consider buying. There should be an orange before it. In other words, like right there. Try not to ride through the waves unless you got a lot of money. I'm gonna post this right here, this indicator, over on AnyVid site. I kind of got off subject there, but it's a history indicator, and it will point out. It'll show you real quick your bad habits. Shows me mine anyway.